Are you interested in investing in Fiverr? Are you one of my copy traders and wonder why I have invested in Fiverr and want to know what it is? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain what Fiverr is and why I think it's a great investment. All of that coming up. Hello and welcome. I'm Wayne from WS Investments, bringing you stock market news, portfolio updates, and training on how to make money in the market, all on this channel. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And the boring bits first. I'm not a financial professional. This is not financial advice. If you are taking financial advice from someone on YouTube, then what you need to do is get all of your money, put it into a big bag, take it to the bank, and say, I need to give this to you because I do not have the mental capacity to look after this myself. It is this simple. Only you and a registered professional that knows your personal financial situation can give you financial advice. It is ridiculous that I need to say this, but there are Americans with access to the internet, unfortunately. So, Fiverr. If you make a video where you make some inflammatory or offensive statements that you might need to get some legal advice to protect yourself with, or if you have a very basic intro video that needs jazzing up, maybe you need a new company logo or a picture thumbnail, or maybe you're looking for someone to edit your YouTube videos for you. I mean, I could go on forever at the different situations where you could need help to hire a professional for your short space of time. But Fiverr is the place to do it. If you need a professional to do almost anything, from building a website to recording a voiceover, helping set up your accounts, or registering for a trademark, Fiverr is the Amazon of people skills rather than products. So let's talk about how Fiverr makes its money. So let's say I want a new logo and branded created. I will go on to Fiverr, I will find someone who wants to do it for me, and let's say they want $100 for it. I will pay Fiverr $105. Fiverr takes a 5% fee, but a minimum of $2. So obviously, like I say, in this case, it's $105. Then, once the designer has completed the work and I sign it off, Fiverr will pay the designer $80. So Fiverr out of that transaction will make $25. So it's around about 25% on each transaction, which is a fairly good markup. So obviously our first major question is, are they making money right now? Well, actually they are. As of Q2 this year, they finally have made a profit. They have had a number of loss-making years, slowly bringing that yearly loss down. So if you look at the figure, it's really like a huge loss, and then it's sort of like it's slowly stepping down. And they were expecting to make a loss this year. Benefits of the global pandemic has obviously paid off for this company, and they've seen a good rise in sales that's helped them step that over the line a little bit further and grow a little bit quicker than they were expecting to, which is obviously great. They were growing fast anyway without the global pandemic, so this still would have been a good investment even if this had not happened, but that's what has happened. So looking at their numbers, it looks like they are now out of the woods and they're going to continue to grow the bottom line and the top line. So financially, as you can see, we are looking good. There are lots of year-on-year growth, and that was not just due to the global pandemic. As I said, this was growing very fast. Without the pandemic, this would have still been a good investment. So as you already know, I have very high expectations for any stock that I invest in. And like the Milky Bar Kid, only the best is good enough. So what makes Fiverr so special? Fiverr is in a marketplace that I think is still quite old school. Most people, when they hire a freelancer, they do it offline. Most people, when they want to work freelance, don't really realise that they can do it online as easily as they can. I'm a big believer in working from home and working for yourself. Now, that might sound a bit of a weird statement, but bear with me on this and just come down this little rabbit hole with me and I'll try and explain it a little bit better. If you work a full-time job, in my opinion, you are effectively a self-employed person who is working an exclusive contract with one employer. If you want to improve your contract, You need to work harder, gain new skills, and increase the quality of the product that you are selling, which is yourself, specifically tailored for that one customer in order to gain that pay rise. However, outside of the hours of your contracted work time, traditionally you were then locked because working for another company was only worthwhile if you were going to do it for a full day. So for most people, it means working more than one job just isn't a viable option unless you have no free time to do anything else other than work. However, due to the internet, now you have a huge amount of other options. You can easily perform side hustles and earn money on the side, working just an extra 30 minutes, like for example on your train journey home, or a couple of hours in the evening after the kids have gone to sleep. This has been steadily growing through a number of avenues, with Amazon businesses, with YouTube channels, with Skillshare classes. The list goes on. There are a million different business concepts that you can do online now that take a very small amount of time. Like any business, the more you put into it, the more you get back. So if you've only got a small amount of time, they can often still be a viable business, just not one that's going to earn you a huge amount of money. People are using that free time that they have to maximize their earning potentials, to find jobs that they love doing, and in many cases switching to doing these jobs full time. So not only is Fiverr a great income stream and workplace for these people looking for a side hustle, but it's also a great place for these people to get help to grow their businesses. There are entire business models out there that rely on using the contract services from someone on Fiverr. So our current global situation, we have more people working from home. They have more opportunity to sell their skills on Fiverr. We have high unemployment or furloughed staff at home that are therefore looking for the extra cash that could be provided by selling their skills on Fiverr or starting an online or small business. As a small business, can you hire a full-time graphic designer to create your branding, or go to some ginormous graphics design company and have your logo created? Chances are not, but you can pay someone just for their skills on Fiverr. I think the main immediate growth for Fiverr will be small businesses and hustles. However, longer term, larger businesses have far more staff working remotely, meaning over time, companies are going to be far more open to the idea of hiring a temporary contractor online. I think in the same way as there was a lot of resistance to working from home by many old school managers, there will be some resistance to online contractors. However, I do think that this will dissipate over time. So in a nutshell, we have a huge global market that is worth trillions of dollars. The US, for example, accounts for over $750 billion of that. Fiverr believes that $100 billion of that is achievable. At the moment, a very small amount of that market share is online. So the success of this company is pegged to this market moving online. What do you think? Do you think contractors could be moving online? Let me know in the comments below. But the business is now valued at around $4 billion based on its market cap. This means that there is a lot of speculation already included in the price. But I could easily see this company reaching a $40 billion price in a few years' time. Only time will tell, and we may have some ups and downs in the meantime. Finally, as a little test on the potential of this company, I want you personally, to have a think about what your skills are. What do you do at work? What are your hobbies? And what do you enjoy doing? I can guarantee you that there is something that you could offer on Fiverr. Depending on your own personal skills, this could be something more basic, like you could translate Amazon listings. And I say that because Amazon listings are a far more basic level. So people don't necessarily need someone with a very complicated understanding of a language. For example, if you've got a basic understanding of Spanish and you speak English, you could translate Spanish Amazon listings into English. Or even something very simple like you could create graphs for people on Excel. And while those two might not be particularly great examples, the point of me saying them is actually because of the fact that there's a lot of people that don't have these basic skills or skills that you might take for granted. But if you're running a small business, you're limited by your own skills. And often hiring a professional through something like Fiverr is a great way of getting those skills that you need. Trust me, I've done it a lot. If, however, you're a skilled professional, I can guarantee you that there is some way of selling your skill through Fiverr in some way that would work. Now, no matter how complicated what you do is, there will be some way of modifying that. Like, for example, I recently registered a trademark in the USA. Now, obviously, I need a US lawyer for that. So I'm not suggesting that this is something that you could do, although again, helping international people to navigate something in your own country is another great thing that you can do. But anyway, going back, this lawyer had different packages. The first, cheaper package was simply that they would be your point of contact because you need a lawyer on the application. And the packages went all the way up to a full service that covered any help that you would need, replying to any requests from the IPO office, everything. The thing about people that are successful on these kinds of sites are that they don't give up. If they hit a roadblock, they find a way around it. These people are running their own businesses, and the thing with running your own business is that you will fail multiple times. The way that you succeed is by learning from those failures and preventing them from happening in the future. Where am I going with this? The point is, you will have a skill that you can sell on Fiverr. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. You can and you could. Whether you want to is completely up to you. So I hope I've managed to convince you to join Fiverr as a seller. If I have, please let me know in the comments below. And I want you to come back to this video in a few months' time and let me know if you have been successful and if you have learned anything from the experience, because I would really love to know. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button to help support this channel, and I'll see you in my next video.